Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top left side as the red Ottomans. You have GiveUAnxiety. Spawn on bottom right side as the cyan Chinese. We have CrackedyHere. Going to fast on forward. Oh, we went for a mill. That's why, the Imperial Officer. I have to sometimes remember, like, why do you go for a mill right there? But he's got the Imperial Officer here, trying to collect some taxes, get some gold generation, and putting these structures nearby near the town center does generate some decent gold income. You can see here, it does get 40 per minute from that Imperial Collector. Plus one is at 80 and has to use 2 villagers there. So it looks like the Imperial Collector collects a similar rate as to a single villager, which can be decent. A2 landmark, economic landmark, the Twin Minaret Murder-Sea. I'm not sure what benefits that one provides, but I see a lot of murder research there. And now we do gotta wait. Those are villagers. Looks like we got the Barkin of the Sun. He's doing a landmark rush, trying to be hyper aggressive with defensive landmark. Got the town center now fully loaded on up. We do also have the scout now stabbing some of these villagers. The spearman will go down. He will get this Barkin of the Sun. Does over a bunch of villagers as well. Takes out that force. Does get a cannon, a cannon shot as well. Providing some good fire support, taking out some of these villagers as well. It has 5,000 health. So does the primary town center. No, 7,000 health. Though I don't really know what's better at what. Let's see, he has a hand cannon, not necessarily a cannon. It's 25 attack range, 10 versus ship, plus 10 versus ship. As well as the town center, which is has just 8 range. Of course, it can be increased by number of people on the inside. So this does potentially will out damage a town center, and they both have 50 pierce armor, so the hand cannon will only do 1 damage per versus structures. Going for a mill rate. Wait, a mill? Ah, he's trying to collect those sheep right there. We now have a military school being put out by the Ottomans. The Imperial Collector still collecting taxes. Looks like both sides are equaling up, even though there's a pretty sizable threat on Red's front door. Well, it's the front door of the Twin Minaret Murderous. So the military school is going to be eyeing to train some archers. Now we also have a barracks as well. I'm not sure where. Oh, looks like the Barkin of the Sun is actually firing rounds on the mining camp. I was wondering where it's shooting at. Nope, I hear some engagements here. Looks like just a single spearman. We're seeing some fire. Slow down a little bit. Let's see. We got a line of palisade walls here. Red may need to rush out some battering rams. Metro has been pulling out. Metro looks like got inside the town center. Most of these palisade walls have been cancelled. Handful of spearmen all being thrown into the Barbican so he can get some extra arrows to really take on that mining camp. Go ahead and fast forward a little bit. You also got a Meter, which is, of course, more like a hybrid unit. Has access to a number of abilities. Attack drums increase attack speed of nearby units. Defense drums increase nearby armor, and these are passive abilities. And ranged defense drums increase in pierce armor. Do now have a handful of archers supporting these Meter. The Meter, of course, can inspire their attack speed, which would be very useful for the archers and raiding. Science advancing forward, trying to get out a tower right here. His forces are now starting to advance. Cyan does not have any sort of defense here. His forces are advancing. Oh, here we do have now the outpost now firing some arrows there. Does take out one of those villagers. Archers are not going on into harass just yet. And Cyan does not have any sort of defense here. He does have actually an outpost, I should say. Down south, these forces are advancing forward. We do have a handful of spearmen and archers here as well. These forces are making their advance. Also got. He's claiming his opponent's deer? Okay, and this tower's everywhere. So this game's gonna get really, really messy. There's another town center over here, so he's able to find some good defense. Let's get inside the town center once again. Getting some good damage there. One of those archers goes down, which actually is very important. Another archer goes down as well. Metro has received quite a bit of fire as well. Yep, and we do of course have hand cannon slits available. It does take out, get this one upgrade of hand cannon slits. And the mining camp does go down. Finally, actually de-garrison those spearmen to torch down the mining camp. Hand cannon slits. How much more effective are those versus arrow slits? Increase your range by 1. Only one weapon can be placed at a time. Can't really say exactly comparison to. But there's of course a hand cannon placed on the original town center as well, giving a pretty good defensive auto attack. Sizable army right here. They may try to raid this town center. This force is already engaged, likely. And some of these villagers are going down to this outpost here. He's lost a number of villagers there. Red is down to 30 villagers. Cyan having a second town center is getting a great villager production. That pair of battery rams being pulled out. That is a power play. And we'll go ahead and put up the rumble so I can see any pumps that come up. Got the battery rams advancing forward. Let's get inside the town centers. He needs to make sure to get these arrows firing against those infantry forces so he can get the villagers out. Ardent Spear advancing forward. Good damage there on the town center. However, Cyan doesn't have a handful of forces. Does get his villagers out to torch down those battery rams and repair up the town center while at it. Ottomans advancing forward, trying to distract his opponent. The Meter does go down, which is very important. That is powerful or now dead. Or at least not alive. Now we're going to take out another horseman there. We got this tower now firing as well. And good damage there onto these batting rams. Cyan can be expendable with his villagers. He may not realize that he has more villagers than his opponent. And starting to prepare up some of these forces there. Trying to push forward, trying to finish off one of the batting rams. Quickly taking off is actually good. Buying him some time. The other tower does then out in order to repair up his town center, which is severely wounded. Good damage there onto these forces. Yep, that fountain does not have cannon fire or hand cannon fire. It's just these two have hand cannoners. And that ram does go down, so red has attack has failed, while blue's attack is still ongoing. Red's now expanding down to the left. There's no markets for trade. No, there's a trade post here for trade. Of course, red can't make use of his, while cyan can make use of his. Spearman archers now engaging the horsemen. The horsemen are falling back. Good use of those horsemen. He needs a light mobile force in case the opponent decides to counterattack, which he has been trying to do. You now have an archer range going up. Very nice. Horsemen are making their advance. There's a couple opportunities there. I think he queued up a move or attack order. Nope, did not attack that archer. It's going straight for the villagers. Red does have less villagers opponent. Good damage there. Now these villagers are going to be avoiding the region, and he does need a Q move there to get them temporarily away from that deer. Cyan's horse army is severely wounded. May find some villagers down here. Getting some good damage there onto these forces. And he will go back on off after killing a couple villagers. Very nice. Cyan is currently researching no upgrades, while red has got a number of upgrades. Wheelbarrow, axes, and range attack and range armor. And blue is claiming the last of his bonus deer in this region. Looks like Cyan's now pulling out a handful of archers. He's good damage. And that spearman will not go down. And the spearman is going to be run down by these horsemen. We got a handful of battering rams. They pull out these battering rams to engage this Bardican of the Sun. It has not been upgraded to the Spring Gold, but he needs Castle Age for that. Barons will likely go down. He has a couple of spearmen here to support. Horsemen are dancing around trying to split hits there on those villagers. Spearmen and archers, however, can take on those bonus spearmen. Over there, just a wolf eating a villager. These forces are trying to back off on his bonus force, and now we've got Tier 3, H3 being built by red. The Mehen Imperial Armory. I have no idea what that does. It looks like the Bardic in the Sun will go down to these battering rams. Psychonology rebuilt it in combat with some villagers. And we've got 3 Cannoneer slit towers in this region. Barons could make their way up north in order to deal with those hand cannoneer towers. Now you got the astronomical clock tower being put up by Cyan. Another tower here. Likely just for defense would claim some more deer. Science making his way around his flank. We got these battery rams getting some good damage there onto these towers, starting to clean them on up. Looks like all the harassment is now done. Not like there's much left up here to claim. His opponent already claimed up all that food. Science do a good job of claiming all these deer on the map. Horsemen still dancing, running around. There's sheep still following them to glory. And now the battery ram's going to be cleaning up these towers in no time. The villagers may need to abandon the area, then make it run down by these spearmen. Or we could take time trying to destroy the battery rams with these villagers. So they just maybe either run to the corner. Spearman do spot the lumber camp there. He should have vision of these villagers moving around. Military school being deployed on out. And looks like the military schools are deploying out some swordsmen. Villagers will be spotted by the spearmen. They will receive quite a bit of stabs there. Science horsemen are charging forward and trying to hit these gold mining villagers. He knows what both spearmen are in the back line. We do now have some veteran archers and horsemen advancing forward. He's good kills on multiple villagers. Red is down to 47 villagers. His opponent has 82, and a large number of them are not doing anything at the moment. Does have a good number of veteran archers of his own. Do have a Mangonel being pulled out. Villagers may not be able to escape on out of there. And his villagers will go around. We do have another meteor here. We're going to fast forward a little bit since they're both now either regroup, with some forces. Got a good number of siege units here. And now the Ottomans are making their advance. Doesn't have to support that meteor. Now I've got this force now advancing forward. We may see a big engagement right here. There's a handful of spearmen here as well. I do. Hive of bees have been deployed on out, or nest of bees. Gives great AoE damage on that force, and they're not in a split formation. Magneto fires a volley there, but rolls a miss. Hive of bees lining up a shot. It's going to be another very good shot right there. Not as good as the previous one. Red's force is now very punched up there. The Hive of nest of bees should be able to get some great damage there. Not a great volley there, but does get some good damage. Great volleys there, and Red's force moving to clean up. Magneto does go down as well. Red's going to be falling back as well. We've got the battery ram still in here, and looks like they're taking out a mill. Those monsters. And now we have Science counterattacking, trying to pursue these forces. Nest of bees do find a volley down the mentor. We also have another Mangonel here. And this Lancer may need to charge forward while his archers get some good damage on in. Because right now, this force will just trying to pursue these other forces. And Science, Mangonel does not receive fire there. And there it goes down through some torches on the landmark instead. Misclick. Yes, he does get some good damage there. Oh, clock tower, nest of bees. Oh, there's a special clock, nests of bees being put out by the clock tower. Nest of bees will go ahead and go on down. SBs just fire a volley there, gets a decent hit there. Force now drawing fire. Also being able to get some good damage on these forces as they take out the nest of bees. A lot of this force is quite wounded. Chinese needs time to recover and regroup. Astronomical clock tower. Gotta get the clock tower nest of bees. Imperial Academy can always pull out some more Imperial officials. And we do got a spring golden placement on this building as well. Lancer will go down. Got more Lancers now advancing forward. SB is firing up a volley there. Get some great damage onto it. This tower will go down. I'm sort of curious with the clock tower. And also get some upgrades. Rolling shooter triggers. Parts of Imperial Age. Reduces the cost of nested bees. So you get a cost. So you basically pay the cost for a nested bees. Reduce the cost by 25%. So as long as you go for more than 4 SPs afterwards, you get a pretty sizable profit. That probably is worth it in the end. Reloading drills for bombards and all that stuff. SPs are pushing the forward. Some good damage there. And those Lancers will fall back. You can always get the villagers out of that garrison to get it repaired. It's like these rice fields are getting hit severely by these forces, but no, just going to just push on forward. Oh, I hear a mass conversion. And it looks like it's unsuccessful getting the conversion off. Your official does go down there. Good damage there. I love how the nested bees destroy some of those crops as they start landing. Doesn't damage the economic output, but still pretty nice to see. More of those forces does get cleaned on up. We do have various red forces in the mix here and there, so it's going to be very, very annoying for Sign to clean this all up. We got a stream of reinforcements now being pulled out all the way down to over here. You got a monastery as well as a town center from earlier. Science villagers here may receive some mangonel fire and throws a volley into the mining camp. We should have threw a volley into the villagers. Let's get a decent hit there. Villagers just need to start running away. There's of course repair towers here to help increase the garrison. What's the radius of the granary? Never mind. These forces trying to pursue these lancers now. Outpost is now being sieged down. There's of course a Magnum brings a couple spring golds here. So Science Force could be cleaned on up. Red does look like a superior force in this region, has a large number of lancers in this region. We do have two nested bees here, so as well as spring gold finds a volley up to upgrade. SB does find some various damage there. No, looks like these nested bees make it over around. You may want to get this infantry force to engage those lancers so the nested bees don't go down. Nested bees will stay on up. Spearmen advancing forward. We got some good damage there coming from these outposts as well. Spring Galls slowly going on down, which is very good for the nested bees. Two Spring Galls are here. Great volley there on those lancers by the nested bees. Spring Gall does see some shot damage there from a Spring Gall. And one of the Spring Galls is almost going down, so we're seeing continuous fire. And looks like Spring Gall will stay up with very, very little health remaining. There's now seeing some fire there. One of the Spring Gall does go down. Go for our conversion right there. And May claims himself on. Nice there. Nope. Goes off before that point. Nice now charging forward, trying to get some good damage onto these various infantry villagers. So we run to a corner. These outposts are still firing away. Not a lot of siege hitting them. They got the Maginot, which is relatively decent versus these structures. And these Lancers are going to just try to run all the way back home. They could use them, won't heal them up. SB's advancing forward, Spring Guards advancing forward, and looks like the Knights will go and overrun the Spring Guards. Knights are going to be cleaned on up. Both players at age 3, neither player is going for any other age. Now these Lancers will finally be cleaned on up. SB does find a decent volley there onto that Lancer. More walls going on up. We got another Sacred Site being captured on up. Besides advancing forward with some more forces. SB does eventually get some good damage there. Got some various Lancers in the region, but luckily he has some various outposts here with cannon slits and cannoneer slits. Crossbow pulling up some of these various forces. We've got Maginot and Spring Gold in this region. It looks like Science trying to go for more mining camps here. Nessa Bees are going a bit too far forward, opens the gate. We also now have some Janissaries now on the field. It's good volley there on the Maginots, but the Nessa Bees are going down. Great volley there from the Maginots, but let's take out one of the Maginots with Nessa Bees. Motorcycle sites are not catching up by red. Nessa Bees is going for the Maginot, and we'll get the Maginot right there. Let's fire one last volley before going down, get some good damage there. Janissaries are now out on the field. Janissaries do have 16 damage, which is a little bit weak versus other compared to other cannoneers, but do 16 bonus damage versus cavalry. Hand cannoneers generally do a base damage of what, 35, so it does just generally make Janissaries weaker than other hand cannoneers. So I'm not so sure what their biggest advantage was. They can deploy out, prepare and deploy out siege units. That may be their best capability. Receives plus 50% range damage. Doesn't seem like Janissaries are all too significant compared to other hand cannoneers. They just I mean, the hand cannoneer's base damage is 35, and versus cavalry, the hand cannoneer's base damage is 36. Versus stunted damage versus non-infantry units? I must be missing something. Sure, the ability to pull out rams and repair can be quite nice, but that's nothing too significant. Maybe they have a faster rate of fire. Spring Golds are going down. Spring Gold versus Spring Gold. More infantry forces facing forward. Oh yeah, hand cannoneers for Janissaries. They do actually have seem like a really good attack rate. That maybe they're a big advantage. 1.29 seconds. I don't know what hand cannoneers attack rate is. I see them firing. They're firing like crazy. Sacred Sites have now been captured up by Red, so potentially a Sacred Site victory. Sites will go and break Red's armor right there, and is contesting this Sacred Site there. More priests are just trying to stop the capture. And Red's force will be cleaned on up. He could send one of his forces here to decapture the Sacred Site. And now this point is being decaptured out as well. Oop. Spring Gold got the kill on the Spring Gold. And Science Force here will be cleaned up by the town center, but there's just some more and more forces streaming on in. Sacred Site here will be decaptured. This Sacred Site will be decaptured as well. Red still has a less number of villagers and has a significantly less military as well. More Maginots being poured on out. Lancers, infantry units, nothing too significant, I would say. Though the Maginots will be very useful versus force. They're maintaining good spread. Forces advancing forward, trying to get some good damage here. Hanging out does find some good volleys there, though those being interrupted by the fresh palisade walls trying to be pulled on up. Signs advancing forward. He does have a big wave of villagers advancing forward. Maybe to build the Barking on the Sun. Nope, he's just gonna pull out another keep. And then perhaps repair the structure. Magnalos advancing forward. There's a lot of forces here, but Magnalos get some good damage in like that. But the keep will go on up. Experience trying to get some kills there with some villagers. And do got the villagers have completed the keep now. Good to see the extra materials, stone walls, outpost repair, nearby damaged stone walls. A single repair protection will 20 health over time, so maybe this is an ability. Spring Gold upgrade not onto his keep. Now getting another defensive landmark here. He's building a forward gatehouse, Great Wall gatehouse right there, which doesn't have. It's a gatehouse somehow, but yet. A gatehouse as a forward structure. That's not a gate, part of a wall. I just of course find that amusing. Good damage coming on in. The Magna will likely go down, side streaming more and more forces on in. And the gatehouse does have what looks like a nested bees weapon, rockets. And either way, this is Anagrid saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.